Good morning. Welcome back to Morning Line. Christy from JJ's Helping Paws in the studio with me. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing fine. We're talking about little adventures of my two mutts.
Yep.
And, of course, we got some good news because there was a kitty that we talked about last time that has now gotten placed.
Yes,
So let's start that. Let's start off with the good news there.
Yes. So Kung Pao, you might have, if you happened to catch it last month, everybody, we had a kitty show up, beautiful kitty, show up at the Florence Fire Department. And it had been coming around for a while. I think they kind of built a relationship with it. But one day it came hobbling over, and it was clear something was seriously wrong, and it needed some care. And so they reached out to a local, a gal that kind of helps run a lost and found group here in Fremont County. And then she reached out to us. And through the community support and help and the local veterinarian, we were able to get x-rays, and we realized that cat needed an amputation, and the community raised almost $2,000 for Kung Pao surgery. And so I know the community can come together, and we got her squared away, had an amputation, and then we, let her heal with us at Molly's place for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. She was doing great. And then we started the process of saying, hey, this kitty's going to need a home, this loving and patient. And we had the most perfect family step up.
Oh, there we go.
Two veterans that came forward and said, you know what, I feel a connection to this kitty, and they took her home, and she's doing really, really well. She found a way to hobble up 14 stairs in the middle of the night, and she just wanted to be near the family. And so we're so happy. Yeah, we're so happy. And that's all transpired within the last 6 weeks. Since we first met Kung Pao, and she's a sweetheart. She's going to be an amazing cat for them.
Yeah, that's good. Did they ever figure out what her age was-ish?
We think she's around 4.
So she's still pretty young. She's got a lot of life left in her.
A ton. Yeah, lots of love to give too, and so thankful. Very loving, sweet cat.
Also, you have some cats that are available now.
We do. So JJ's decided this year, it's not that it hasn't been a mission for us, but it's just, we're an all-volunteer group. The entire group of us is volunteers. Some are retired. Some of us, like myself, work full-time. Right. And so, we can only do so much. We do have a lot of great programs. For those that don't know out there, we have our low-cost spay and neuter voucher sales twice a month, to where you can get a cat or a dog spayed or neutered.
I was about to ask you that.
And vaccinated. For dogs, it's a little around $100 total, and for cats, it's $25.
That's it?
That's it.
Really?
And we have that program we set up at Tractor Supply twice a month, pretty much consistently, unless the holidays fall around that second, the first and third Saturday of the month. And so we might occasionally need to move it, but from 10 to noon, we're there. So that's one of our programs. We also have senior to seniors, where we have older or maybe medically necessary kitties that need a foster that we provide supplies for the remainder of that cat's life. So food, litter, and then basic veterinary care. So we want to partner them up. We also do TNR, where we are trapping, neutering, and then returning community kitties to where they're most loved. A lot of these families do take great care of these kitties, but unfortunately they have this innate desire to reproduce, and they will do it, and they will find a way. And so we help with trapping and getting them spayed or neutered. And then we have other programs, but we wanted to add local adoptions to our program lineup, and we've had over a dozen this year alone. And that takes time. We're not going to just give kitties away. We want to meet the families and make sure that they're going to take care of them. It's a commitment. It's not a quick, they're super cute, let's have them for 6 months and then find them another home. It is a commitment for 15 to 20 years, and we want to find the right families for these kitties. So we do have 6 right now. All of them are around 4 months old, and they're available on our website for adoption.
Fluffy fur balls.
They are so cute. Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I don't mind cats at all. I don't. I'm a dog person. I've had cats. No big deal. Like you said, it's a commitment, because kittens and puppies chew. Cats climb. So there's ways to do it. They are trainable, whether people say it or not. Cats are trainable. But again, it's. We were talking a little bit about this before the show started. It's like, don't get something because it's cute, and all of a sudden it gets older, and it's like, well, I just really don't want it anymore. I think about that before you make that investment.
Absolutely. Well, and unfortunately, one of the things I really want to chat about today is the need for spay and neuter. And I mentioned to you before, it's kitten season, and that starts when the days are longer and it's warmer. And there's there are wild dogs out there that are strays, but there is a huge issue right now here in Fremont County of cats that are not spayed or neutered. And if you get that kitten for free on Facebook, or maybe you pay $20, I read something the other day where a woman in the community thinks she's helping out by letting her cats breed and then selling these kittens for $20 because they're cheap. And then the problem is it ends up being $200 to $300 to $400 worth of expenses to take care of that cat in its first 6 months. If you want to get it spayed or neutered and all of its, deworming and vaccinations and microchipping, it's an investment. But if you choose to take one of those kitties and then you don't get it spayed or neutered, you're going to run inevitably into behavior problems because, again, they want to mate. They cannot help it, and they start around 4 months old. So whether that's a male who, starts spraying or yowling, wanting out of the house, it's going to try to find any way possible, and they can sneak out that door real quick before you even know it. And then the females, they can start, one cat in its lifetime, probably within 5 years, can produce up to 10,000 kittens from its offspring.
That's a lot of kitties.
Yeah, and it's so important. Right now, it's just, we're inundated with calls and emails every day of people, I found this cat and I don't know what to do. I can't take care of it. And we're full. We're completely full. Most rescues are full. Our fosters are full. And we can only do so much as, a rescue. We need the community support to stop this from continuing. And, right now, yes, they're still mating. They can, a mama can mate literally within weeks of delivering and be ready and pregnant again. So it's crucial that people understand the importance of spaying and neutering. That's how we're going to get out of this problem.
It's still a long road.
It really is.
I know you guys, I know Humane Society all try to instill through commercials. You'll see ads on TV, you'll see ads on, or hear ads on radio about this. Take it to heart, because you could be creating a bad situation, like the lady giving away cats. At what point? But there's nothing you can do about it. Really?
I know. Legally, there isn't.
Lady, really? I mean, just use a little common sense.
You're really contributing to the problem.
We're trying to, we're neutering and spaying 10, and you're letting 20 go out.
Yep.
I mean,
Well, the other thing too, and I get this, as unfortunately, some people have the mentality that, if you spay or neuter, they're going to get fat, or they're going to put on weight, or they're going to. They have these misconceptions in their mind, these things that are just not true. And unfortunately, that cat, let's say, for instance, one cat that's pregnant, and she's pregnant, and you want to let her have that litter, and then you'll get her spayed. Well, let's say that litter is 4 new kittens that come into this world. That's 4 cats that are already born somewhere that are not going to get a space because of those 4 kittens. And it's fact of the matter is kittens get adopted faster than grown cats. And so it actually isn't helping that cat to have those 4. That mom is going to struggle on the streets. Kittens that are born out in the wild, they have a rough life.
They do.
Fleas, ticks, they're open to disease and unkind humans who, hurt them or pester them, or things happen. And so really the best way to help that cat is to prevent it from becoming pregnant. Let's prevent that first off. But even then, while she's pregnant, if those kittens aren't born yet, you can still spay her and prevent those 4 kittens from living an awful life. And I say 4. Right now we have moms that are coming with 6 to 7 kittens a litter. So, and
if you don't, that's 7 kittens that could be adding to the population as they get older.
Exactly. And there's health benefits to it too. They live longer. So
Well, I thought, getting my dog, him, neutered, it slowed him down. No, not at all. Hasn't helped him a bit. So he's still goofy, but that's all right.
He's young.
He's still young, All right, we'll take our first break. We'll be back. Welcome back to Morning Line. Christy from JJ's Helping Paws in studio with me, talking a lot about spaying and neutering. More or less kind of aim more towards cats, but dogs as well. But we don't have quite the issue with dogs as we do with cats. So
in America, there's way more dogs stray than cats. But here in Fremont County, I feel like we have a lot of cats.
The other way around, Although I'm not in town. Out where I'm at, again, I don't see a lot of strays. But we talked a little bit between the breaks there, is that I have predators up there coyotes and stuff that would, hate to say it, but that's easy target.
For sure.
More often than not. So.
Yeah, living on the streets. Well, and here's the thing to think about too is males. Some people think, oh, well, I don't have a female around, but that male Tom is going to go find. He's going to find. Yeah. And whether that means he goes into a different location looking, and then males are going to fight males. And that is a really hard life for that outdoor male cat.
That gets ugly.
Yeah, they will fight to the death. And you'll see them come in with all kinds of scars and scrapes and infections. And it'd be so much easier just get it done. Literally $25. And, you know, whether it's a pet or it's a cat that's an outdoor cat that you're even giving food to, it is your responsibility to help that cat and get it spayed or neutered. And I can't impress upon people enough that is the only way we're going to stop the overpopulation of these rescues.
And we said that it'll never 100% go away.
No.
It just we'll have to be realistic about that. But if we can put a pretty substantial dent in it, it'll make a difference. And you were talking earlier about if you fix cats, they get fat. Well, that means you need to exercise them. You know what? Get toys. There's all kinds. You can make toys. Cats love anything. It makes noise. Whatever. You can
You'd
make
be
toys
shocked.
about
Even
anything.
a bread tie, like a twist tie. They'll throw that on the floor. They'll play with that for hours. You don't need fancy stuff.
No.
Yeah,
Well, the fancy stuff's kind of cool too. So
they really do need that stimulation and time enrichment, and that will keep them. You know, it just takes time. It's going to take patience. It's going to take you being involved with that kitty indoors, and then the health benefits to them too. I mean, females can end up with cancer. They can end up with infections in the uterine, and then males can end up with cancer. And then again, like we said, the fighting and the yowling and the searching and the, you know, always looking for new territories. And then that female who's raising those kittens out in, you know, under a mobile home or in a bush somewhere, as soon as you see her and you go near her, she's going to move them. And then they're, you know, constantly on the run, worried about finding food and other males coming to find those kittens too. It's a rough world for them outdoor kitties.
And again, if you have a cat, and we'll talk about this, because again, a lot of people think about that. Well, they're going to get fat. Change their diet. You know, find something that's got a little more protein versus fat. I mean, it's a minor. Here's the thing. It's right back to take responsibility for that animal. Great. You've got her spayed. You got him neutered. Great. Now you have to make sure that they don't start gaining weight. If it is, again, change their diet, exercise more. Trust me, it'll work.
Absolutely. And they'll live on average about 25% longer by having that done. So
absolutely.
Yep, there are ways around it. You know, the biggest thing too right now is I know there's a shortage nationwide of veterinarians, and we're, you know, trying to partner up as best we can. And I think some individuals may get frustrated that vets are booked out. That is the nature of the beast. There are a lot of pets. There are responsible pet owners out there trying to get and do the right thing, get their cats and dogs spayed and neutered. And we see them come to our clinics and tell us how thankful they are, and, you know, to our voucher sales. And we're so thankful for those that are responsible. And I do see, you know, if I see a post where I saw one recently, my dog's missing and she's pregnant. This is her second litter. And to see the comments just saying, hey, please, when you find her, can you get her spayed after this litter? And so I know there are individuals out there that care about our mission and want to contribute. I just wish those that were not reaching.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere?
Kitty or dog.
Absolutely. And it's one of those things that, again, we'll go back to it. Responsibility. Okay, take it. If you're going to get a pet, whether it be a dog, a cat, in my case, a horse, a goat, take responsibility. Understand, do a little research and say, okay, what's it going to take? Puppies, they take a lot of time. You got to keep them entertained all the time. That's just the way puppies are. No matter what. Puppies are cute and they grow up to be crazy, like mine, but that's puppies. I knew going into it that I knew what I was going to get. And it's sometimes, like I was telling you earlier, sometimes I sit back and wonder, have I lost my mind? But I mean, anybody is going to say that with something like puppies or kittens. It's like, next thing you know, it's climbing up the drapes. Like, what was I thinking?
They bring so much joy, though.
They do. I mean, mine. They love to play ball, and they're just always enthusiastic to see you when you come home.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, they're like. I think what they do is like, he's here, and no, I'm sure he's going to be bringing treats here just shortly. So that's their. But that's okay.
Yep.
I'm
And
okay
you know
with
what?
that.
They like that routine, though. They've
yeah.
developed that relationship with you. Excited to see you. Yes, treats do kind of bribe them a smidge,
And
but
I think they know how to tell time.
yeah, I really think
at
so
5
too.
o'clock, they're going feed us.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah, they know.
Especially, with the time changes. It's funny because they're still on the old time clock. They know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're smart in their own way. All right, we'll take our last break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Morning Line. A few minutes left. Ma'am, it is all yours.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me this morning
Sure.
and for everyone tuning in. I just want to thank those that are out there that are listening and part of our mission and trying to help. We have a lot of great things going on. We definitely need the community support. If you have an extra guest bathroom that you're not utilizing regularly, and you might be open to opening your home for a litter of kittens that need to be socialized. We try to snag them within 4 to 5 months old, and that's like the critical time. From 3 to 4 months, we can get these kittens that are out there and get them socialized and get them adopted into good, loving homes. Whether it's fostering or you want to volunteer with us. If it's, we have our community garage sale every other year coming up this October.
Oh, good.
We would love volunteers. We would love new fosters. We would love, donators. Anybody, if you can't support us that way, whether it's volunteering or fostering, if you would like to send us a case of kitten food, we could absolutely always use it. Or litter.
Yeah.
And we have a Chewy's wish list on our website, which is jjshelpingpaws.org. Or on our Facebook, you can connect through us that way. Recently, we've gotten back onto Nextdoor, promoting more there in case you're not on Facebook. But we're here. If you want to call us, see how you can help out, send us an email, jjshelpingpaws@gmail.com. We would love it. And Fremont County came together for Kung Pao, so I know we can do it for the other kitties in our community.
That's good to see that the cat gets adopted.
Absolutely. We've had quite a few really great stories, and we love hearing
and you
updates
still,
from the
again,
owners.
if you're interested, can they see the cats that are available now
Absolutely.
online as well?
Right on our website.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go. Very simple. Well, thank you, ma'am. Anything we can do, let me know.
Awesome.